Hi. Okay. I'd like to introduce you to a New Yorker who broke my heart. This is Torrey's mountain mint. And while it may look like a weed to you, to me, it's much more than that. This scruffy-looking wildflower is something really special, a globally rare plant with only 20 known populations in the entire world. One population was found in 2003 on the south shore of Staten Island, right here in New York City. The city owned the land and should have preserved it as a park, but instead the site was turned into a strip of big box stores. A few of us fought to save this plant and protect its habitat from development. So when the bulldozers finally came, I cried. Today, if you go to the site, you'll see it. The mint is still there. But instead of surrounded by forest, it now lives in a sad, garbage-filled strip surrounded by a giant parking lot. Other New Yorkers haven't been so lucky. Here are swamp pink, white milkweed, and soapwort gentian, all locally extinct, all of them gone from New York City. So why does urban biodiversity matter? I mean, aren't cities places that have no nature anyway? Or if they do, it's just like pigeons, weeds, and rats, right? Well, I don't see it that way. New York City has more forests, more marshes, and more meadows than any other city in North America. Nearly 1/8 of the Big Apple looks like this. But this nature, it's not protected. So in order to save it, we have to know that it exists at all. So let's move beyond defining New York City as just taxi cabs, the Empire State Building, and Jay-Z, all hardscapes and humans. Our flora and fauna and our own well-being depend on it. For the first time in human history, the world is now an urban place. So more people live in cities than they do in rural areas. This makes the Big Apple a proxy for the whole planet. So this is about more than just saving the last few spaces that are left. It's also about opening up cities to nature from the inside out. So here's something you'll recognize, a typical street tree, right? It's sad, a loner, a lot like our mountain mint, shoved off to the side and forgotten. But what if we transform this tree into a natural community by filling it with native ferns and shrubs and wildflowers? Now imagine if we took 20 of these communities, packed them into shipping containers, and snuck them into Times Square in the middle of the night without getting arrested. This pop-up forest with towering trees and trout lilies against the flashing jumbotrons will help showcase the transformative power of nature nearby. But this idea, this Times Square biome, is just a beginning. Let's put these now on every single block throughout the whole city. These biomes are now habitat for warblers and vireos and monarchs. These creatures surge through our city, find homes in our biomes, and help feed our souls too. So, we have a choice. We can continue to define New York City as Kurt Vonnegut's Skyscraper National Park, or more radically, by celebrating the chestnut oaks that grow here, the metallic bees that buzz here, and places for all of us to take all of it in. Thank you.